What is up, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Random 2v2. Today's video is going to be in the style of our recent 1v1 videos where we're just going to freestyle, play random, see whatever the heck, we're going to do. I don't even know yet, but the theme of today's video is that we want to try out the new maps. As you can see, this is a completely new map. I've played on it twice because I played in a map test tournament with Goblin. This was actually my least favorite map, so I'm gonna have to do some innovative stuff to make that change, of course. So this map is called Gem Garden. I have seen a decent amount of players already complain about the maps, but I can give you guys a little insight into my mindset when it comes to new maps. And it's that I'm pretty much always happy with new ones, because it creates variety. And to be honest, this is not meant as a shot at you, or at myself, or at any player. In my experience, no one is smart enough to actually know if the maps are good or bad or what race they're good for at the start. And I say this with a lot of experience back as a pro gamer, where every single time there was a new map pool, pros would complain most of the time from every single race, like, you can't beat Protoss on this map, or Zerg is OP on this map, or you can't beat Terran. And they were just always wrong. Not completely wrong. Sometimes the map was indeed good for Zerg or whatever, but most of the time there was like at least some strategies you could do. It had some redeeming factors, maybe a couple Reaper cliffs that you didn't pay attention to were more important, stuff like that. So before we judge the maps, we are gonna try them extensively. And most importantly for us, try to find horribly annoying, abusive stuff that we can do on them. So this is a map that is... The reason why we didn't like it as much in our first impression is because this map seems very closed off, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of opportunity for aggression. And as you guys know, I like to do stuff, right? I don't just want to sit back all the time. I mean, sometimes it's fun, but for the most part, I like to be aggressive. And this map is... You can do some really cool air strategies, like perhaps if you play Terran, you can play Speed Banshees. So I guess there's a lot of rocks here, right? That's how it works, I believe. So there's rocks into the back of your base that then lead to more rocks. Okay, so that's already pretty closed off. It's also a big map. I'm not quite sure what I would like to do here as Protoss. I think I definitely want to open with a Stargate, and then I guess we'll see. Now, what is the best idea here for me logically? It's probably to make Stalkers, but I want to try and be as aggressive as possible. So I'm going to go for the Adepts. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout them as much as I can, and then do something way too committed, depending on what they do. So if they go for like Stargates themselves, maybe I could go for... This is a Twilight Council, okay. Maybe I could go for a 6-gate Blink Stalker all-in, or 8-gate, or something insane. If they go for a Twilight, I could also go for... Actually, I do like that idea. I've been talking about it a lot. Okay, there's a lot of gateways here. To play Mass Stasis Ward. I actually do really like that idea. Oh, that is a misrallied Adept. That's quite nice for me. That Adept could have done some freaking serious damage, by the way, but now it's just gonna die, so that is great. Okay, so they're gonna be attacking us, most likely. What can I do against it? Make Stasis Wards and Shield Batteries, I think. Yeah, this is the problem with Creep. I can't really get shield batteries closer to the hatchery over here, so that could be a bit of an annoyance later on. I wonder if he's gonna wall that off fully. It seems like he might not be able to, based on... maybe? No, I think it actually does fit in there. I was wondering about how the ramp worked exactly. Okay, so we're just gonna go for an instant energy recharge, and then I'm gonna drop some stasis wards over here to keep my teammates safe. He did actually wall it off completely. Okay, interesting. Now, they could also use the back rocks to try and enter our base, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind. Let's see, did he wall this off as well? No, it doesn't look like he did. Okay, so we got 2 stasis wards here. I'm gonna wait for Oracle number 2, and then I'm gonna try to get into their main base with them. Oh, this is gonna be quite painful. Yeah, we're gonna get in as well. Look at this. Wow. He could surround me with his probes, which is probably the best play here, but he's still gonna lose a bunch of them anyway, so that is gonna be quite unpleasant. I'm gonna make more Oracles and actually just try to go for the Stasis Ward crap. Gonna make some cannons as well. That'd be nice. I guess if I make a pylon here, I can get cannons in the most annoying location. Hey, these are alive? Interesting. Well, one of them died, unfortunately, for me. Okay, I mean, this is pretty great for us. Dude, these Adepts are popping off so freaking hard. Okay, so to me, it's pretty clear that we're gonna go up against, 5 million Blink Stalkers, basically. I would like for my teammate to have some Overlords over there. It seemed like he kind of forgot about that place. This guy doesn't have blink yet on those stalkers, it looks like, which is very convenient for me. Gonna be able to kill a lot of these workers. Look, oracles are so good, man. Is there a better Protoss unit than the Oracle? Actually, the only other answer is probably the Stalker, so depends on if you think Stalkers are better or not. Okay. I can pretty easily... You went for charge? Okay. I mean, interesting. Okay, I mean, that... What? Okay. I mean, good job to me, I guess. Okay, that was a pretty epic fail. This guy went for... Where's the rest of the Zealots? Okay, so he didn't even make a pylon. He just warped them in from here, attacked with 3. He had 5 more on the map. He lost his first 3 Zealots, and he was like, yeah, you know what? We done our best. Okay, that's it. Then this Protoss player lost a lot of workers to my oracles, and he saw his teammate fail, and he was like, yep, well... I mean, this is really was not a fantastic game. I guess what I can tell from this game is that oracles in particular are going to be very good here because there's so many entrance points. Like here, it's with the back to the dead space, so you can get in here with oracles very easily. Adepts can attack here. Oracles can use the dead space over here. So this map, what I can see for now, is definitely very, very good for kinds of air harass. So I'm thinking Banshees, oracles for the most part. Also... One thing to add that is very important that I was actually scared of that they were going to do. This is a tactic, if you guys want to copy it, that you can totally use against Protoss and Terran, not as good against Zerg. You can go for 2 base or 2 times mass blink stalker if you're double Protoss. There you can... I don't even know if you need vision to blink over this. I think you might actually not need vision. If you do, one of you can make 1 sentry hallucinated Phoenix, and then you can just blink in here and then kill these rocks and walk into the main base. And I mean, I would have died. If my teammate had enough links, he could have held it. Probably not against 2 stalkers, though, so I would have died. So those are 2 strategies we can see already. Besides that, cool warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Okay, game number 2 is on a new bed of chaos against a Terran and a random. Looks like we got Protoss once again for game number 2. Now, I actually just queued into the exact same matchup, same teammates, same opponents, and they just left instantly. So I guess they didn't want to play against the annoying rat again, I suppose. Now, this map, I believe I've played once. I'm not 100% sure yet if I remember anything in particular from this. It is a very small ramp. It's actually something very notable, because that means that you can totally use mind games. Like, for example, it's actually a pretty cool idea here. What you can do is you can make the depot pylon. Obviously, this is more of a coordinated team effort, right? Something to do with your friend and not necessarily a random teammate. I go for pylon gate. And then what he can do is he can just play complete mind games. Because as a Terran, you can play command center first on the high ground and fly it over later. But you could also be playing 3 racks Reaper here and they wouldn't know, right? So you can add some pretty cool mind games in there. You can kind of test the waters a little bit, see what your opponents do. If you see that they just don't react at all to when it happens, then you can go for the 3 racks Reaper. If you notice that they get scared, you can go for the command center first, stuff like that. Pretty cool way to play mind games on maps with narrow ramps. And then it also has a pretty wallable entrance, but it is all on the high ground, so you might want to be careful with doing expansions like that. Has a Reaper cliff over here as well, which is important. Oh, by the way, not all the maps are new. I'm not quite sure if I mentioned it in the last game, but there are... Okay, yeah, pretty much like this, right? Like, I have no idea what we're going up against now. There are 4 new maps, of which 1 I remember the name vaguely, so it could have been like a remake or a rework or something from a while ago. So it's like 3 or 4 new maps, depending on how you want to see it. There are 9 maps in total, and I vetoed 3 of the old ones. So we have a pretty good chance of queuing into new maps. Hopefully the other players also veto the old maps, because that would be the most fun, right? But I think a lot of time people get a little bit scared of new maps. They want to feel more comfortable, so they do the opposite. But for now, we're having good fortune for sure. Teammates going for a little bit of a fast Hellion approach, seems like. Could also be something else, of course, but... Now, you know what I want to do? I want to do just something different. I don't necessarily know what it is, but I'm just going to do something different. So I'm going to go for one of my all-time favorite torture tools. And that is the Disruptor drop against Terran. Actually, Disruptor drops were buffed, I think. So I know a lot of players have been complaining that Disruptors are now weaker because they don't one-shot Marauders anymore. But they still one-shot Marines, Hellions, SCVs, pretty much everything that you would have in an early game, and the cooldown was reduced. So now Disruptor drops should actually be a little stronger than they were before. Now, we do have to keep in mind that the opponents are very likely doing something sneaky. Or not very likely, they're just... Well, they're doing something sneaky, I just don't know if it's cheesy, right? They could be full-on one base all-inning, or they could have played CC first, one Rex expand. I would love it if they did that. I would feel proud of them if they did that. Using the new map in a fashion like that instantly, that is awesome. Deserves a lot of credit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send my adepts over there. Actually, yeah, I'll just send one of them, I guess, so we can use this one as a scout. Okay, so there's a siege tank here. This does feel like a one base all-in to me. Let's see, I'm just gonna... I mean, it's very few units, actually, right? I saw a Reaper there from red. I'm gonna finish this to maybe pull them back. That's the idea of that. Okay, so I'm not gonna have a lot of anti-air. Oh, that is risky. I don't know how this is gonna play out, guys, because... Well, he did pull the Reapers back, which is nice. Like, I have... Well, 2 units, I guess. Okay, here we go. I can start attacking this one. I can actually kill that Reaper with the Prism, even if he would micro out of the way. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll see if we have enough to defend that entire army with our 3 units. Not counting the Observer. And whatever my teammate has as reinforcements. He could also be dropping his main base, or... I'm not sure... I mean, he does have a starport. I kind of figured it would be for a Liberator, though. So I guess we'll see. I still want to go for my Disruptor, of course. I'm actually going to add some gases. Okay, so there's more Reapers over here. That is interesting. I could... Let's see. It still looks like the same army on the minimap, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same army. Okay. If I get a nice drop here, that would be very nice. Let me follow this for a sec. Okay, he's going to try and siege it. And we're going to go for a shot right away. Okay, maybe a little bit greedy by me. I mean, he can't actually... No, you don't want to do that. Do not siege that tank. I would be afraid for you if he did. Oh, hey, good micro though. He pulled it back just in time. Okay. He's gonna drop a mule to repair it. Now we know he's more all-in than perhaps we even realized before. He tried to scan my Observer, but he didn't have units to kill it. That's actually pretty funny that happened. Okay, here we go. He sieged that tank. Then we're gonna go for a lot of damage on that initially. So far, the Disruptors are doing a good job. Okay, he's going for mass Vikings, apparently. I was going to say, I have no idea what my teammate's up to, actually. Because I haven't seen anything new from him for a while. I think so far, I mean, we are on track to just defending this by ourselves with the Disruptor drops. I need to get the Prism speed upgrade as well. That's going to be pretty nice. Okay, let's see. So it's 2 guys with siege tanks. That is a little bit annoying. Okay, so what we can do is I'm going to stack these, and then I'm just going to shoot 2 balls at the same tank, snipe 1 tank at a time. There we go. I'm going to have to make some more stuff over here. Getting a second robo as well. The thing is, I have a lot of workers, right? So if we survive this attack, we're going to be fine. I'm going to energy recharge this battery over here. Okay, so he's moving forward with the tank. We're going to get a really nice shot on there, I think. Exactly. I'm going to shoot at the tank and try to kill it with the Stalkers. It's a risky move for sure. There we go. We do actually manage to save the Stalkers. Then I'm going to drop them down here because I have batteries building here, which are going to be very, very important. He can't kill that Prism, which is very nice for me. I'm going to go with a shot from downtown. Maybe get the Marauder. Almost. Wasn't sure if it was low enough HP. Gonna damage that tank over there, and then I'm actually gonna be able to finish it off. Maybe, I feel like his units are a bit too far forward. Good juke there by him. Hey, these Disruptors have absolutely popped off, by the way. Oh, I needed my Prism a little closer. I forgot that I moved it away to heal up or bring the Stalkers to the battery, I guess. There we go. Hey, I still have absolutely no idea what my teammate is doing, by the way. Is he making BC? Ah, of course he is. Okay. I figured that's what it would be. Okay, I'm going to get another recharge on this. The reason why is so I can kill that tank. Don't have to worry about much. Let's bring the homies back over here. I should have been able to save that Prism for sure. Let's see, he's going to pick up in time. He is going to pick up in time. There's also a guy with Marauders, though. Let's shoot another disco ball. And this time he does not pick up in time. And I think before the BCs arrive, we have already dealt with this. Now, as you can tell by my money, I was hoping that we would have cleaned this one up. Oh, where's my... Did I lose my Prism? Oh, I did lose my Prism. I was hoping that we would have cleaned this one up a little faster by now. So I could have taken my third base and actually start making more stuff. Okay, there we go. Now, the only reasonable thing I can do here, guys, right, is to go for Mass War Prism and drop 8 Disruptors in their base instead of just the 1. Hey, that was pretty sick, wasn't it, guys? If we're being completely honest here, I don't want to sound like my ego is massive, but I think I pretty much defended that by myself. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, please, guys. If I'm talking BS, please tell me that I'm wrong. Okay, you guys are gonna keep me accountable, but I don't feel like he actually did anything here. Like, I'm just looking back, right? He has one Viking that he landed over here. I guess he probably damaged like the Marauder with that or something. And then while he was getting attacked, he doesn't even have workers here left. I guess he pulled them all to the natural or something. He just started making BCs. I mean, what he is doing right here looks like a uThermal challenge. It's like, well, I told you guys I have to make BCs, so I have to go for BCs, right? But he easily could have made like 2 Banshee. Well, maybe Banshees would have been the best with like Liberators, Vikings. A freaking tank from this would have been useful. But the Disruptor drop, very, very clutch. I'm not quite sure if there's something that I would have loved to have more than the Disruptor drop. I think I could have spammed a couple more batteries. If I figured that this attack was going to go so long, I probably just would have made a Forge and a 3rd Robo, so I could maybe add some safety cannons back here in case something drops in my main or in case they breach the batteries. Besides that, really love the Disruptor drop. That is another really fun way to torture Terrans, unless you're the Terran themselves. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, game 3 is with a random teammate against 2 randoms. Okay, fantastic. Hey, is this a third? It is a third different map. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm getting to show you guys all of them. Only with Protoss so far, but that's okay. We can always make Terran and Zerg episodes as well, even if a potential 4th game would also be Protoss, of course. That was a bit aggressive. Hey, he typed it out of himself. You saw that, right? It was too fast. That was inhuman reaction time. Okay, so this is Rust Bucket. This map I remember the most because this was my and Goblin's favorite map when we played in the... I think it was Wardy Team Map Test Tournament. Nice. That's actually perfect, by the way. That's why this map is good. That's why we like it the most, is because you can attack with Reapers very well. If you guys know me, I don't think I need to say anymore, right? Absolutely fantastic map for Reapers. It's small. There's a lot of Reaper jump cliffs. Just basically everywhere. The entire base is a Reaper jump cliff. You can even get up in here as well. Like, it's insane for Reapers. So there are some really nasty strategies you can do where Protoss could, for example, go for a proxy gate. Oh, I might have to... Is he gonna build a pylon? I don't trust probes. The first thing I looked at was that I might have to... Do I even want this gas? I don't think I do, actually. I think I would be okay with him blocking it. I would rather take my Nexus first. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a cannon rush, then it's nice. Let's see what I can find over here. That looks like a regular 1-gate expand. I'm not sure if I finished my earlier thought, by the way. There's some really nasty strategies you can do by doing, for example, proxy gate with 3-ranks Reaper. The bases are also split, so that it's legit super hard to defend. Especially if you're Protoss, I think maybe as Zerg it's a little easier by making spine crawlers, perhaps. And as Terran with a wall, you could be okay. Even then, it's quite difficult going up against 3-ranks Reaper, of course, but... yeah, that's a really good strategy here. This also looks like a regular build. Okay, I mean, seems like a pretty civil game so far. My teammate is the only one that's gonna go particularly aggressive. I'm just gonna let him know anything that I scout so I can be a good teammate. He saw my Nexus. So far, this seems like a very chill, high-level game so far. Like, my teammate's doing a good strat. They are, you know, scouting perfectly fine, doing their build perfectly fine. And this shaping up to be a very nice game. So that leaves the question, how am I going to torture them, right? I think I'm going to go with a slight fake strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Stargate, make an Oracle, but instead of committing to the Stargate tech, I'm going to go for a mass Blinkstalker attack after. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, this seems stupid, but it's actually quite nice. I'm gonna help him. Look at this. It's a really nice tactic you can do, by the way. It is so hard for him to micro the Reaper against this. Now he has an extra Reaper as well. Yeah, my teammate is an extra Reaper. He has an Adept. Okay, I saw a little bit of mis-micro there from both sides, but nothing too drastic, I suppose. Let's see, Mr. Adept is about to arrive. Actually, it's... Okay, for ground unit, it's a little faster to get across. I did not remember that, actually. But ground units kind of have to go all the way around. That is important to know. This is going to be a, yeah, just a chill Adept, really. I'm not actually planning to shade this one through. Now, oh, I was intending to kill that probe. That's a slight mistake by me, actually. Kind of wanted to kill that bad boy. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can shade with him. Yeah, I think this would be nice. Here we go. I'm just gonna go for him. If he comes now, it would be... Actually, I'll just distract instead. If he's gonna go for the main base, then this is what I'll do. Perfectly fine strategy as well. Wasn't what I had intended initially, but it still does the trick. Now we go for the Twilight Council. And then I'm gonna try to shade in Mr. Protoss' base. Get the Oracle and Protoss natural. 3 Rex Reaper is doing some serious damage over here. Oh, we actually missed. Oh, Mass Phoenixes. Oh, okay. Let's see, what is that? An Oracle maybe that he recalled, or a Phoenix? No, okay, it's just he recalled the Adepts. That's it. Oh, this is beautiful. This is actually just completely perfect for us. You know why it's perfect, guys? It's because we're not just getting a lot of damage, but I'm also going for the fake out. Oracle would have been... maybe I can do a little bit of damage against the Adepts, actually. Oracle would have been bad against the Phoenixes, but we managed to go in, trade it out, and I was already planning... Can I still recall this? No, that's psychotic, right? Yeah, never mind. That would have been a really dumb move if I did. And we're already going for the 4-gate blink, so this is a really solid follow-up. I think we can actually play this pretty passively. Right now I basically have 0 units, by the way, so that's something to keep in mind. I think my teammate did a lot of damage over here as well. Maybe not a lot of damage, but I know at least he got a lot of mining time out of the way. So I would say that we are in a fantastic spot here. We're just gotta make sure to not die to the first Phoenix attack. Easier said than done, for sure. I would like my teammate to make an extra turret, maybe. Maybe... another turret. This one actually feels important, so I would like to ask him to do it, because, like, if 4 Phoenixes show up and he lifts my 4 Stalkers, right, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. I am going to try help him defend the front, but I'm going to try to be smart about it. Like, if this turret is not finished, then I think it's a bad idea to be here. For that reason, I'm being slightly careful. Now, I would like to do some... Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, it's only 2 Stalkers so far. That is fine. Blink is going to finish pretty soon, I think, because I've had... Oh, let me snipe that. Barely not. Okay. Maybe we can move that slightly back. Okay, there we go. Oh, that Cyclone is about to die. There we go. You actually can't... yeah, look at this. We're going to go for the Cyclones. I think we'll get it. Boom, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. And now I got Blink as well. Let me Blink out of the way. As you can see, the Phoenixes really are a bit of trouble, right? Like, it's very annoying, but with a little bit of Blink micro, we are going to be able to kill all of those Marines, and that is a really, really good start for us. And now, hey, I feel like doing something a little bit absurd, perhaps. Oh, we're going to kill that medevac too. That's very nice. I can't see which Stalker's taking the damage, but it's not taking enough damage anyway. We kill that as well. You know, I'll make one more wave of Stalkers, and then I'm gonna go for the double Forge. The crazy thing I was thinking about doing was going for triple Forge. Yeah, whatever, guys. Let's just... Why not? I feel like every, half a year or something, we go for the triple Forge build. I just feel like doing it sometimes. Yeah, I'm just gonna target these Phoenixes. I think that's the best way I can go about it, really. Here we go. Targeting the Phoenixes one by one. He's using a lot of lifts, but keep in mind, if he's lifting, the Phoenixes also can't shoot at the same time, right? So that's gonna be slightly annoying for him. I'm gonna target another one over here. Oh, I'm gonna go for that tank, of course. Hey, this was clean by us, guys. Might as well make another wave of Stalkers over here. Look at this. Wow. Hey, is it me, or was this just a fantastic... This was such a high-level, fantastic game. I love what my teammate did. I love my own moves as well. The Adepts and the Oracles really did a lot of work. The transition seemed like to be a good idea. Hey, this might have been my best random 2v2 game in a while. Both like my gameplay, my teammates' gameplay, playing on our favorite map as well. I love it. This is beautiful. Now, what do I do behind this? I think I can just keep warping in some Stalkers. I mean, I have triple Forge on the way already. That one is gonna die. Chrono boosting triple Forges feels illegal. Doesn't feel like something that... obviously, you should be able to do it, but somehow it feels like something you shouldn't be able to do. GG is called by Funk. I was just about to blink on that medevac that he had. And there we go! Okay, I mean, if games are gonna keep going like this, then this is gonna remain my favorite map, because this was awesome. But yeah, really just absolutely lovely game. I think our strategy was very cool, like my teammate strategy once again, but also mine. I think the 1 Oracle into 4-gate blink is a strategy that you should do sometimes. And right now, I'm thinking more from a rematch with same people on the ladder, or a tournament POV, where sometimes you can go for mass stargates, then the opponent's gonna try to make Phoenixes, but then if you sneak in 1 Oracle, dive it for a lot of worker kills because he seriously took a lot of damage. Then you can go for the 4-gate blink. And all of a sudden he has all these Phoenixes that are not going to be that great anymore. Like even here, if we didn't have that really good fight, I would have had a saturated third base and I would have been able to go for triple fort, right? Like the Terran army can't really do too much against the mass stalkers from the start. You can if you have tanks, but they need to play super slow, etc. So this was really, really nice. The games have been short enough, so let's go for a special game number 4. Okay, game number 4 is once again going to be on Rust Bucket, and this time we have a Protoss against a Terran and a random. I definitely remember Anonymouse before. I want to say he was my teammate in one of my recent 2v2 videos, but I mean, usually it comes to me at some point, but for now I don't actually remember which game that was, so sorry Anonymouse. I do think I remember someone in the comments saying something good about him, so I imagine that means we won. That's about all I can conjure up right now. So okay, we're not gonna get the 4th map today, but once again, we were already quite fortunate, right? Getting 3 new maps in a row. That is fantastic. I'm very excited in general to just continue playing random 2v2 and finding more abusive and annoying stuff on those maps, really. I also think it's going to be quite nice. I was thinking about starting up the 2v2 circuit again for the people that are interested in that. Pretty soon, maybe in December or probably December actually. Could be January as well, but I would like to start it up in December. And then it's going to be a lot more fun with new maps as well. Maybe I should force them to play on new maps. Listen up, guys. I am not some kind of official circuit owned by the overlords, you know? I can do whatever I want. It's my own tournament, so I can make them play on new maps only. Not quite sure, but that's a great idea. Let's see, I guess the finals is usually a best of 5, so I would need 5 maps, so I could put 4 new maps and then 1 decent old map. That actually sounds pretty alright to me. This probe feels a little suspicious to me somehow, but I can't place exactly why. Maybe because he didn't fully enter the Protoss base. Did he come back? Is there a pylon? I'm just gonna check. I don't trust him. Sorry, Anonymouse, you could be... Okay, there's no pylon here. You could be the most legit player ever, but if there's a probe in my base, I gotta do what I gotta do. Now, what are we gonna do here, guys? That is the question. This doesn't really strike me as a map where you should go full macro as Zerg. I know it is the most common way to play Zerg, for sure. But, like, look at this, for example. Let's say you take this base, and there's tanks and stalkers here, or oracles and stalkers blinking in. Like, you're gonna need your teammate to carry you pretty hard, otherwise you're not really gonna be defending. It was Protoss random, right? Yeah, Protoss Terran, actually. Okay, yeah. So it's not gonna be very comfortable to defend at all. It looks like there's only 1 gateway, so he is playing a normal opening as well. Let's get link speed. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'll try to play the mass link style and probably a little bit more all-in. My teammate is... Oh, okay. Okay, thank goodness he at least had a unit building. Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted to see. If you guys want to know what he's doing, is I think he was planning to go for 1 base Dark Templar, but it got scouted before it even started. So that's not good, right? And I feel like whenever I play something like Mass Links, I do really need my teammate to help me as well. Okay, so they're going to go for a multi-racks Reaper. He's still going to make the DT Shrine. Yeah, this is a little unfortunate, because if my teammate doesn't have units, what I need to do is make extra units so I can defend the stuff. But then we both have no economy, and my teammate's already on 1 base. Doesn't sound very good, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. I think I'm actually going to go for a little bit of a sacrificial scout here. Let's see if I can find any Reapers. So far, haven't seen any. We've only seen 2 Reapers, to be fair, so it could also be that they're not actually going to spam Reapers, but just made a couple. Did I make an Overlord? I did. Okay, we haven't seen any units, so I'm going to start a couple drones here then. And maybe I can catch this. That would be nice. I'm going to catch this one. The Queen is going to be good enough to defend that. There we go. Oh, wait. No, this is fantastic, actually. He went for a double gas. Please. No, barely not going to get that. Reapers are slippery. Okay, so we lost 2 drones, killed in the depth. Yeah, it's actually a very good start. Okay. So, wait a second. Did he... I think he played double gas with a second barracks as well. This DT Shrine could still pop off, by the way. I've seen it many times. DTs are strong. He's making a Void Ray instead of an Oracle? If this guy warps in right now, that Prism is not going to die in time, I think. And that's going to be very, very painful for them. Oh, no, he does have an Oracle. Okay. Void Ray coming. I'll just let him know in case he didn't see it. Okay, so he has 1 DT. Protoss player didn't see it. Okay. Yeah, he got in. I mean, that's still pretty good as long as you start hacking away. You got a second one as well. Move it somewhere else. Move it somewhere else. Oh, when you play against oracles, you do want to split them up. He did end up splitting them up, so that is really good news. Hey, in the end, I think that this ended up being pretty okay for us, because what I'm doing, which is just making links with +1, I don't want to make it sound like it's anything revolutionary, because it's not. It's going to be quite good against a Terran that didn't open super economically. I think I want 2 drones here, so I can make a spine and a spore, mostly against the Reapers. There's a medevac over here. I can't enter his base. He's walled off. I can't. He stopped me from being able to help him. So, yeah, I literally can't. I would love to, but sadly it's not in the cards for me. What I can do is try to do some damage at the front, I guess. Oh, nice. This is going to be a lot of marine skill. I have +1 attack as well, by the way, already. So these marines are going to get absolutely annihilated. Here we go. Then we make the spine and the spore. And then I think we're just going to be making 1,000,000 drones. That is the right idea. DTs were still popping up. Hey, we're actually going to kill this because of the +1 attack. Wow. Okay, that is beautiful. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some spines here too, just because I don't trust the Terran. He's just suspicious, I don't know. That thing is out of energy as well, by the way, so that is nice. This guy is going to have a lot of marines, but I already have... Yo, I don't have place for that. I already have my +2 attack on the way, so my drones are going... or my lings are going to be strong. I think I need to kill these rocks, because I don't have a freaking base to take. I don't want to take my teammate's base. Is he ever planning on taking this base? You know what's funny about this? Like, his strategy is... I don't know if criticizable is a word. There's probably a better word for it. But it does really make a lot of sense to play like this with a Zerg teammate. I think I've talked about this before. One of the stronger strategies I also saw in the 2v2 circuit last season was... I think it was Elaser and Goblin playing together, a pro Protoss and a pro Zerg. And Goblin would spend all of his money blocking their expansions, while Elaser would go for a fast third hatch. And that is also the way that I like to play when I play Zerg. Like, you can just make mass eco. Your teammate takes care of, you know, doing economic damage early on, making sure you don't die early on, stuff like that. And it's actually a super, super good combo. I think I'm gonna go for the second evolution chain. Oh, maybe I can kill these rocks here. That's a decent idea as well. Okay, so he is getting a lot of links. I could consider making 1 infestor here. Not the craziest idea ever for sure. I don't have enough queens to actually spread creep. Normally, I don't spread creep because I don't want to. Now I don't even really have the opportunity to spread creep. My teammate is going 1 base Archon, which... I mean, it's fascinating. I don't know if it's good. It's surely fascinating. I'm going to kill these rocks anyway. I don't care that my lings are going to die, because this is just going to open it up a lot. Oh, maybe I'll ping him over here, because this is going to be really nasty surround. Okay, so he's stimmed as well, which is very, very nice. If we can, look at this. The wraparound of this is going to be beautiful. Yeah, Archon Ling. Okay, this is a good link up. Look at this, guys. These Archons are popping off extremely hard, and now the Oracles are going to come. But these Oracles can't do anything against the Stalkers that my teammate had left, so I'm going to kill 1 base. We can probably kill the next one as well. If he wants to kill it, he's not paying attention to it so far. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to help him. I want to be in front of his Archons. That's the ideal scenario. I do have good upgrades on these. Look at this. Ling Archon is actually sick. Like, it looked like we were going to get... That is insane, right? Oh my goodness. Ling Archon, baby. That is massive. Now, I can actually get in here too, which is going to do a lot of damage, I think. Yeah, Lings in your base. I think that's the last thing you ever want, really. It's just devastating. So hard to deal with 1,000,000 Lings in your base. I'm going to click them in his next base as well. I'm going to start +3 attack, adrenal glands, and somehow my teammate's strategy was probably the most perfect thing that he could have done. Because Ling Archon is... It was not the strategy that I had on my bucket list, to be honest, to try, but it's... Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. It could have been done in different ways, of course, right? Like, it could have been done maybe like a little more economically from his side or whatever, but it worked absolutely perfectly. And shout out to him for trusting me as well, right? Because he could have just wanted me to all in with him or whatever, but he actually trusted me completely with the strategy. His income is still worse than the Terrans. And the Terran just lost his bases. Like, it doesn't even look like he's mining, and his income is still better than my Protoss teammate. So my Protoss teammate really had no eco. He didn't even have his main base saturated. He didn't even make probes after the medevac drop. And then this Protoss couldn't touch my income at all. I was going to saturate this base soon. I was getting my macro hatches already. And this was a really fantastic game. Now, is this the best strategy ever? Maybe not on this map, and the biggest reason for that is all the Reaper cliffs that I mentioned before, right? If you do a strategy like this, it's actually pretty good. Legit can work, but you want to do it on the map where you can stop the Reaper from scouting you. This map, you can't stop it from scouting you. You can just hope that the Reaper won't scout you, but you can't actually stop it. So against Zerg, it's a little worse because of Overlord, so you can do it against Protoss Terran, but then you need to find a map where you can stop the Reaper from scouting, like Gem Garden, for example. I believe that was the first map we played today. Besides that, it was fantastic. Really enjoyed playing on the new maps, having some new angles as well. Small things like rocks being here so you can get in, or the mind games with the quick wall off on the one depot ramp, or the one force field ramp, I should say. Also very nice. But that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you guys thought of these new maps. Let me know if you want to see some more random 2v2. I'm sure you do, so in that case, let me know which strategies you would like to see. And that's going to be it for today. If you guys had fun, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next video. Adios.